back to my channel, guys. Welcome, Latoya Denise, and I am back with another video, and I am doing part 2 on my domestic violence. Please make sure you subscribe, comment, and share my video. Please share. And guys, I hope that somebody out there learned something, obviously, from the story that I put out there. This is my testimony. This is what I've been through. And I just wanted to drop part 2 for you guys and kind of let you know what happened within my miscarriage, how I caught him cheating, how it went down, and how I became the person that I am today, which I feel so free. So make sure you comment, subscribe, and like, and share this. Let's keep it moving, guys. Love you. Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. So let me get to the story. Okay, so basically when I came up to his house, okay, and like I said in this video, I am not going to disclose nobody's name. You know, this is my past, and I'm just putting my story out here. That's all I'm doing, because this is my story. So anyways, he come out the door after I was talking to his mom. He told my son, "What you doing out here? What you doing out here?" And all this. And I'm like, really? So the next thing I know, I seen the girl. Okay, I seen the girl leg. Her leg was like literally like, soon as you like kind of open up the door, I see her leg. And when I see her leg, and then when I see her face, I was like, oh no, he didn't. Next thing I know, I just ripped him by his shirt and I just started fighting him, and I completely blacked out. I blacked out. Remind you, I've been dating this guy for a few months and I never blacked out. I never got violent with him. I never disrespected him. But I was so hurt, and I was pregnant, okay? And I just found out I was pregnant like within that week. So he was like, next thing I know, he just grabbed me by my neck. Now, he know I'm pregnant now. Even though I snapped and I attacked him first, he grabbed me by my neck. He was like, "Bitch, what?" And he just body slammed me on the ground. And next thing I know, my wig came off my head. He snatched one. So the girl come out the door gonna tell me, "Oh, that's why he snatched your wig off your head." Ha, 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 ha. I'm talking about laughing at me and all. And I was like, oh my God. Like, when I got up off the ground, like, my knee was a little busted up or whatever. And I got up off the ground. His mom was like, stop. And I was like, I'm calling the police on you. I'm going to press charges on you. And next thing I know, I guess he was listening to the girl, his girlfriend who he was cheating on me with. He go call the police on me. So I called the police too, and I was letting the lady know, you know, I was crying on the phone. I said, I caught my boyfriend cheating. I said, I am in his house on his premises. And when the police came, I told him the truth. I told him that I attacked him first. I said, because I was very depressed and I was hurt about how this man did me. Like, how he just, like, literally cheated on me and got me pregnant, and I'm looking out here, I'm in these streets looking like a fool. So the police was like, okay, they got my side of the story, and then they was like, I'm gonna go upstairs and get his side of the story. So when they got his side of the story, I don't know what they was saying or whatever, because they went up in his house and I was still downstairs. Remind you, I was down about myself. I was crying. It was cold outside. It was like, this is like a day before Christmas Eve, okay? Just imagine going through all that before the holidays even come. Like, it was just too much drama. And my wig was upstairs. I had went back upstairs and got my wig, and then I had a cap on. So next thing you know, I say like 5 minutes later, the police come back down. So when the police come back down, he coming back down. I guess they asked him for his ID. So he had went to his mama's car and got his ID. Do you know he could not even look at me? Like, it was no kind of eye contact or no nothing. It was just looking straight ahead. How I'm looking in this camera, he was like this. He couldn't even look at me. He was talking to the police the whole time, like, and I'm standing on the other side, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I could not even believe that he would do that to me. So next thing you know, after all that happened, the girl come walking downstairs. So I'm talking to the police. The girl, she coming downstairs. And so as she coming downstairs, she looking at me all up and down and stuff like, and I'm looking like, what? First of all, chick, you don't even know me, for one, okay? So whatever he had told this young lady some things about me, because she was looking at me all up and down like I was nasty, like I'm just this completely drama queen, I'm unstable, acrimonious. delusional. I mean, hey, it all falls in the category of deranged, basically. That this chick was looking at me like I was completely unstable in mental illness, okay? And I'm looking like, and so the police, it was like 3, 4 police was out there, and they were just shaking their head. So the police walked up to me, and this was the hurtful part. I guess they asked him, did he want to press charges against me? And he said no. And so the cop came back to me and was like, if such and such said they wanted to press charges against you because you was on their premises and you attacked him first, they was like, you could have went to jail tonight and you would have been charged with assault and battery, which is domestic violence. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I told the police, I'm like, sir, I said, this man was on my premises and punched me in my face. And I said, you tell me. He was like, so why you didn't call the police? And I was like, you right, sir, I did not call the police because I gave him a chance and I wanted to work things out. He was like, no, man, when you have problems like that, you need to immediately urgently call us in. And I was like, yes, sir. I said, you right. He was like, but you know, this your chance. He was like, I understand that the police is, now this is police men talking to me. They was like, oh, I understand. Yes, he obviously want to be with the other young lady. And he was like, just move on with your life. This is a blessing. Your baby is your blessing. I'm outside just crying. Him and the girl, his mama, all three of them stand up there looking at me on the other side. Could you imagine how I felt? I was so devastated. I was like, oh my God, like, who does this? Like, what kind of, I was so devastated. Like, it was the most heartbreaking memories of all time in my life. It was something that out of all the men that I have dated in my life and being 31, this was the worstest relationship and situation that I ever faced. And it was on even worse because it was my first pregnancy. It was my first experience even going through all this, and I was heartbroken. And I was just like, oh my God, like I couldn't even believe it, guys. Like it was just too much. And so the police was telling me, was like, just going on with your life. The girl come over there, she looking at me all up and down or whatever. And I'm saying, and I was telling the police, now I'm looking at the police, but I see her in my periphery. And I'm like, first of all, she need to go somewhere, okay? Because she don't even know me to even have nothing to say to me, okay? You don't know me, I don't know you, so therefore it's no type of communication. I didn't go aiming to fight the girl because one thing we women has to understand, why go fight a woman? 9 times out of 10, the woman don't know nothing about you. Who you gonna go for? You always go for the man. Don't go for the woman unless it's your best friend or for a best friend or a sister or something like that messing with your man. Okay, that's a different story. But if it's a random chick, come on, this chick don't know nothing about you. So I couldn't even be mad if, and I'm not even saying this, and I'm not saying I'm the beautiful woman in the world, but I would say this, that was a complete downgrade he did. It was like, wow. And it's like, now that I look back at this story and when I think to myself, I'm like, wow, I really just like, oh my God, like I really did all that. Like he wasn't even worth it to even be doing all that. But because I was in my emotions and I was like so hurt and mortified about what I've been through, I just couldn't even keep my emotions. So the police was just like, go home. So he was like, oh, can I go back upstairs? Can I go back upstairs? I don't even want to be down here. Remind you, I'm crying and I'm pregnant. This dude literally go back upstairs with his girlfriend and his mama. And I'm downstairs like, damn, to myself. So, there you have it. But anyways, on my story on how I lost my baby, I don't know, I won't say this, but when he pushed me, after that, I would start having complications then. So I want to say like a day before Christmas. No, this was on Christmas Day. I promise you guys. I was just driving in my car and I heard a voice was just like, you're going to have a miscarriage. Remind you, I'm like, oh my God, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. But the next day I woke up, blood was coming down my leg. So when blood was coming down my leg, guys, I'm like, oh my God, like, what's going on? I was like, Mom, it's blood running down my leg. What should I do? She was like, is it kind of milky, like whitish in your blood? And I was like, yeah, Mom. She was like, that sounds like a sign of a miscarriage, but we're not gonna say that. But go to the emergency room. So what I did was I went to the emergency room, and the next thing you know, I was in the emergency room for like a few hours. I went like 9 a.m. that morning, and this is like December 26th, 2018. And then I want to say I was in there till about 12 or 1 o'clock. So I was in there till about 12 or 1 o'clock. So that's when the doctor took my blood and everything, and I came back, and they was just telling me, they was like, your baby is still there, but your pH is a lower level. Now, if your baby is still within you, ladies, it's something you don't know. Okay, if your baby is in you and they say like something is wrong with the baby, obviously, okay, your pH level to still be a fully developed pregnancy is supposed to be in the thousands on your pH level. But my pH level was a 15. So I already was aborting and miscarriaging anyways, and didn't even realize that I was miscarriaging or whatever. So they told me, they was like, the doctor came in and said, your baby is still there, but you having a threatened miscarriage. So I looked up threatened miscarriage. They was like, I'm gonna put you on bed rest. I was on bed rest for like 5 days. I was out of work. I had to let my job know everything, and my job, shout out to my job, because they was so understanding about my whole journey of losing the baby and everything. Like, everybody was so understanding. So I give all praises to my father on that, because everybody was so understanding. And I was home, and I was, trying to get myself together, trying to get rest and things like that. So the doctor told me, take a pregnancy test, when you get home or a day after, just to see. So when I got home Wednesday, the same day I left the hospital, my pregnancy test said negative. And I'm like, oh my God, it said negative, but I was still having hope. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have hope, because this is my first pregnancy. I'm just going to believe in God. I'm just going to trust in God, knowing that my baby is going to be okay. So next thing you know, I say Friday, it was just still like ringing on my mind. I'm like, something is not right. So I go buy one of those digital pregnancy tests. So once I bought the digital pregnancy test, sure enough, the same test that I took Wednesday, it said negative. And I'm like, oh my God. So what I did was I went to the hospital. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. So my best friend go with me to the hospital. So we go up to the hospital. So let me tell you, like, in the process, like when I told my ex-boyfriend that, they trying to say that I had a miscarriage and stuff like that, I told him that I was in the hospital. I took 2 pictures. I sent it to him on Facebook, because I blocked him from my phone. I didn't want to have no type of communications with him over the phone. So what I did was I still kept my Facebook open so we can have a discussion and talk. So the next thing you know, it's crazy that I'm saying this, because he was so concerned about who was taking my pictures at the hospital. What you see, the IV in my arm, you see me with hospital bands and stuff on, but you worrying about who taking my picture, when you supposed to be worrying about me and the baby. Or even not, who cares about me, the baby? Let's just see if the baby is gonna be okay. But obviously he was so concerned about who was up there with me and who was taking a picture of me, which I don't still understand it to this day. But anyways, I let him know. He asked me what hospital I was at, and I told him what hospital I was at. I never heard a word back to him. So I want to say like 20 minutes later, he hit me back up, and he was like, oh, you tell my mama you don't want me. You tell my mama you don't want to have nothing to do with me. And I told him, I said, you're right. I did tell your mama I don't want you, and I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I said, this is with me and you and the baby. I said, I'm just letting you know what's going on with your child. I said, I don't care less about what me and you have going on. I said, but at least have some type of sympathy in your heart to the least come up here and see what's going on. Never came up there to see me. 1 a.m. in the morning. This was December the 28th. I was stated that I had a miscarriage. And that moment, I was so depressed, which I'm going to put some pictures at the end of the video so you guys can see my pictures or whatever. And I was devastated. I can't cry about it right now, because you know, I have cried so much. I'm trying to trust in God and just know that God works in mysterious ways, obviously. So I cried for a long time. I was so depressed. It was, but like I said, he didn't show no kind of remorse. You know, I was just like, wow. I mean, you know, after I told him that I had a miscarriage, I sent his mother a message. And after that, I blocked them. And, you know, it's like, after that, it was like, it was nothing, you know. He never responded. I sent him messages on Facebook. I also inboxed him and showed him all my papers and documents stating that I had a miscarriage and the cost of it and everything. And it was no remorse. He just looked at it and went on with his life. And you know, it is what it is. And you know, a lot of people ask me, did he ever reach out to me? Recently he have reached out to me, but after my miscarriage, that been almost a month ago, he just started to reach out to me like maybe like 2 weeks ago. But I'm here to tell you guys that I don't want him. It's none of that. I have completely moved on with my life, and I feel so free. I feel so good. I don't feel control or anything as necessary by no one. Um, my life is good. I'm back into work. I'm back ready to make these videos for you guys. Great content. I mean, I have so much in store for you guys, and I just wanted to get this out the way first and let you guys know why I was going, what happened to me, what's popping, what's going on. So I thank you guys for watching my video. I thank you guys for almost my video reaching 5K. Thank you so much. Continue sharing this video. Anyone out there that's going through domestic violence, please get out of it. Do not stay. Do not hesitate. Get out of it immediately. Let your friends, family, any close ones know. I don't care if it's your teacher, your counselor, whoever you feel like you close to and you want to talk to somebody about, leave. It is not worth it. Ladies and men, it is not worth it to even put your life on the line for nobody putting their hands on you. That's a no-no. That is a no-no. Please don't settle for that, baby, because it's too many beautiful men and women out here to be settling for a piece of crap, piece of shit like that. So, like I said, thank you guys. I love you all. And always remember, stay good. I love you. And make sure you subscribe, share, 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 share. And take care. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.